When a lot of us hear GTA 6, our minds immediately jump to those iconic pink and blue lights, right? The retro vibes, the classic coastal cruising. But Vice City, it's genuinely just the starting line. The geographical data we're looking at points to a map that is expansive and, honestly, wildly varied, completely pushing the boundaries of virtual world building. Beyond Vice City, the urban heart. To really appreciate exactly how huge the state is, we kind of have to start where everyone expects us to, which is Vice City. We're getting a fully modernized skyline with towering skyscrapers, heavily populated sun-soaked beaches, an incredibly vibrant nightlife, and those dense city streets that just create the absolute ultimate sandbox. It is the true urban heart of GTA 6. But what's totally crucial to understand here is that this isn't just a remaster of the old map. Actually, scratch that. It's a total reimagining built from the ground up for modern hardware. The sheer density and verticality of this urban core are designed to be overwhelming, but, in the best way possible. Moving on to Section 2, the wilds of Leonida, leaving the city behind. Because as you drive out of that super dense urban core, the concrete suddenly gives way to something entirely different. You're trading all that expected urban density for the wild wetlands of the Grassrivers. And wow, this is an environment rarely explored on this scale in the franchise. Just think about it for a second. You trade the roaring engines on asphalt for the buzzing of insects and the splashing of water. It's a complete sensory shift. You aren't just moving to a different neighborhood, you're crossing into a completely different biome that literally demands a totally different style of navigation and exploration. Basically, you're swapping sports cars for airboats and trying your absolute best to avoid becoming gator bait in the thick vegetation. This isn't just window dressing, guys. It's a rugged, untamed frontier right smack in the middle of Leonida. We're talking vast expanses of water, completely unpredictable wildlife, and remote, unpaved dirt roads. It brings this thrilling sense of danger and unpredictability to venturing off the beaten path. And the sheer scale of nature here is just staggering. Take Mount Kalaga National Park, for example, which introduces another major environmental contrast to our journey. Going from sea-level swamps to a massive national park means actual elevation, distinct geology, and entirely new ecosystems. It really shows that Rockstar is heavily investing in the natural world, giving us these immense, breathtaking wilderness areas to just get totally lost in, far, far away from the noise and chaos of Vice City. Which brings us to Section 3, Industry and Outskirts, the Living State. Our geographical tour absolutely does not stop at the wilderness, though. To keep a state like Leonida running, we have regions like Ambrosia, bringing a gritty, heavy industrial personality, which contrasts so sharply with the laid-back, tropical island atmosphere of the Leonida Keys. And then we have Port Gellhorn, a region expanding the world far beyond the traditional Vice City setting into these sprawling outskirts. Each of these regions isn't just a different dot on a map, they represent entirely different economic zones, subcultures, and architectural styles. As developers and sources have pointed out, the real magic here isn't just traveling across a vast map. It's about experiencing drastically different communities, environments, and identities. You aren't just memorizing one giant grid of streets anymore. You're learning the culture of Ambrosia, you're learning the tides of the Keys, and the rugged terrain of the Grassrivers. Driving from one end of Leonida to the other is designed to feel like a true, epic road trip through a diverse, living state. All right, let's look at Section 4, the speculation, reality, mapping the unknown. But before we get too lost in the hype, we definitely need a quick reality check on the community-sourced maps we're all constantly studying. They're built on a really fascinating blend of three elements: confirmed info pulled directly from official footage, educated geographical reconstruction based on logic and landmarks, and, of course, pure, hopeful speculation to fill in the blank spaces. It's this fantastic mix of hard facts and creative theory. Because of this blend, as Rockstar reveals more, our expectations are naturally going to shift. Certain locations will become crystal clear and totally locked in, while entire regions the community was absolutely certain about might completely change overnight. But honestly, that's the thrill of this pre-release phase. We are essentially acting as cartographers for a world that hasn't fully revealed itself yet, and we have to be prepared for some of our most confident guesses to be completely upended. Yet, despite those shifting sands, one undeniable truth remains. We know more about Leonida right now than we've ever known about a GTA map pre-release. From the glowing towers of Vice City to the muddy paths of the Grassrivers, the heavy machinery of Ambrosia, and the stunning island chains of the Keys, we are already painting a picture of a massive, living ecosystem. But here's the wild paradox. peeling back these layers only reveals just how much of the iceberg is still underwater. The more coordinates we lock down, the more questions appear. It really makes you realize just how staggering the scale of this project truly is. Every single new discovery just opens the door to 3 new mysteries. So, I'll leave you with this final thoughts. What hidden locations do you think are still waiting to be uncovered in the wilds of Leonida? Because the map of Leonida is vast, and honestly, the real exploration is just beginning. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep analyzing those maps, keep asking questions, and above all, stay curious.